I mean, she really wants Creed gone. So Sidekick tells her, all right, don't do anything yet. I'll help you with this. I'll help you hire a hitman.
Ladies, don't defend this. No one, and I mean no one, deserves to be assassinated. I don't care how bad the husband is. Okay, it's surely it can be that bad. I want the passport bros to break the stereotype of being ugly dudes that can't get women. But when you get examples like these, yeah, you make it difficult for me to defend y'all. Fellas, we need to start listening to our mothers. They know what's best for us. You know what my mom always told me? She always said, Josh, you need to marry a woman that looks like your mama. What does she mean by that? I need to marry a black woman. That's all she cares about. That's all she's had on repeat ever since I was a kid. Like, you need to marry a black woman. Josh, why aren't you dating any black women? Josh, what don't you like about black women? I don't have a preference. I love my black queens. Shout out to my sisters. I love y'all. It's just the area I live in. It's highly Hispanic and Asian. I'm a victim of circumstance. Okay, I didn't choose to live here, but I do now. All right, I'm in LA County, right on the east side. But man, you know this passport bro movement is still going strong and people still repping it. I would love to travel. I would love to travel just to see what all the hype is about. But I'm kind of scared. Videos like this scare me. But before we get into the video, if you could just cash in your good deed of the day and hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. For no other reason than I would like that. I would like that, and I don't think you'd want to see me disappointed. I don't know. Do whatever. Do whatever after you subscribe, though.
So this guy, let's call him Creed. And
I want the passport bros to break the stereotype of being ugly dudes that can't get women. But when you get examples like these, yeah, you make it difficult for me to defend y'all.
And Creed has a problem. He's dead, lying in a grave, just super dead. So Creed is a retired professional boxer, and he's married to this woman, Lulu. Lulu's from Mexico.
I went on a date with the Lulu once. Yeah, once. She did not want to see me again after that. It's kind of funny because she was also from Mexico. Thick accent and all. But yeah, she didn't want to see me because apparently I left a couple marks on her neck and she didn't take too kindly to that. But I mean, is it really all that bad? Okay, let's look at it like this. What's worse? The guy who leaves a couple marks on your neck, or the girl who let that man that you met for the first time invade every nook and crevice of your body? I left no stone untouched, and everything was consensual. But it's my fault that you let me do XYZ. I think that was a good way to learn her lesson. Yeah, don't let strange men all up on you. Right? You gotta have some boundaries. You had no idea who you were dealing with. Do I feel bad about it? Not really. No. Where is your father? You knew better.
Lulu's from Mexico, and together they own and run a local gym. And one day, after being married to Creed for 3 years, Lulu finally becomes a US citizen. And it's around this time, her attitude starts to change. Like, she doesn't need Creed anymore. And they're no longer getting along, and they start fighting a lot. And then one day, suddenly, boom, she files for divorce. So I guess now, Lulu's gonna move on and not cause any problems between her and Creed. No, she's not.
One can
So
only
Creed
imagine.
and Lulu have this mutual friend, who we'll call Sidekick. So Sidekick works out at their gym, and one day he's there, and he overhears Lulu in a conversation, talking about hiring someone to unalive her husband. And Sidekick's like, she can't be serious. So the next day, he confronts her about it, and turns out, she is serious.
Ladies, don't defend this. I don't want to see anybody in the comments saying, well, he should have stayed with the black women, right? If he's not tough enough for American women, what makes him think he's tough enough for any other girl? No one, and I mean no one, deserves to be assassinated. I don't care how bad the husband is. Okay, it's surely it can be that bad. That's the first thing. The second thing is she's tripping. She's tripping. She now realized that she doesn't even need him, and maybe he wasn't the best husband. Maybe, okay. These things happen. Okay, marriages don't work out. It's fine. It's fine. It's cool. It's cool. It's fine. However, this is one vindictive.
I mean, she really wants Creed gone. So Sidekick tells her, all right, don't do anything yet. I'll help you with this. I'll help you hire a hitman. Here's the thing, though. Sidekick has no intention of helping her. He just wants to stall her. So he immediately calls Creed and he's like, hey, your wife is trying to hire a hitman to unalive you. And Creed is shocked and he's hurt and he knows that if he dies before the divorce is finalized, then she gets all the money he's made from his pro boxing, from his gyms, all that stuff. And he doesn't want her to get all his money. Plus, he doesn't want to die. So Creed and Sidekick go to the police and they tell him what's going on. And the police are like, yeah, you need more evidence. And at this point, Creed is scared for his life because this hit could come at any time and he and Lulu are still living in the same house. So he and Sidekick come up with a plan. So Sidekick calls Lulu and he secretly records her. And he's like, hey, I found a hitman for you. And he gets Lulu to confirm on that recording that she's plotting to unalive her husband. Then Creed and Sidekick go back to the police and they're like, hey, we recorded her.
She's so dumb and she wants to be independent of her husband in this lonely world. America is a terrible place. It's awful. It's awful. Don't come here. Don't come here. But if you happen to get married to somebody who is American and he's from America, you should better freaking stick by his side. I swear, she is so dumb. I don't know how she got her citizenship. She must have not had to pass any test. It must have been one of those marriage certificates. I don't know. For her to not know the repercussions of talking on the phone and then spilling the beans on this on this hit, it's hilarious, and she wants to be independent and do her own thing, I guess, not get into trouble. I don't know. Women.
Then Creed and Sidekick go back to the police and they're like, hey, we recorded her admitting it. And police are like, okay, we believe you, but a jury might not. So we need something more concrete. And then police come up with this wild idea. And they're like, okay, in order for this wild idea to work, we need Creed to be dead. Or at least we need him to pretend to be dead. So then police put special effects makeup on Creed to make it look like he got shot and died. Then they drive him out to the middle of nowhere to this dump. And at the dump, they find like a hole in the ground that's big enough for a body, and they make him take his shirt off and get into it, and then they tell him to pretend to be dead, and they take a bunch of pictures. Wow. Then they set up a little sting operation, and one of the police officers goes undercover, and he pretends to be the actual hitman, who we'll call Fake Hitman. So then Fake Hitman gets Lulu to agree to meet with him so that she can pay him for this hit. And then they meet up at night in this shady parking lot. Now, part of this deal is that Lulu's gonna pay Fake Hitman $1,000, plus some of the life insurance money she's about to collect. So then Fake Hitman shows her these photos of Creed looking all dead in the grave, and she's satisfied. So she pays him the $1,000. A period of time later, Lulu's working at the gym, and suddenly police show up, and they ask her, hey, have you seen Creed around? Some people reported him missing, and she's like, no, I have no idea where he is. And that is the final piece of evidence police need to complete their operation. They needed her on record lying to police and denying she knows where Creed is. So they arrest her, they charge her with second-degree solicitation of murder, here's her mugshot, she takes a plea deal and gets 20 years in prison.
This is wild. This scares me. Look at her. She almost got up. Well, she wasn't even close to getting away with it. But had she just talked to the right people, talking out loud on the phone at the gym in front of people, oh my god. Oh, I see why the guy married her. She was dumb as bricks. Oh my god. It could be compatible due to all the times you got punched in the face. He was a retired boxer, so it could be a match made in heaven. Or so we thought. I guess in this case, two negatives don't make a positive. Fellas, be careful who you date, especially if you're gonna go out the country. It's scary because you never really know somebody's true intentions. You really don't. You really don't. I mean, you could be dating an American, and all she wants is the ring. All she wants is the wedding. All she wants is bragging rights to her friends. And as soon as she gets that, as soon as she gets a baby, boom, they turn 180 on you and try to take half your stuff. Is scary. It's scary out here.